Have you ever wanted to say what you really feel, but the words just wouldn't come out? You're with friends. The conversation is flowing. Everyone seems relaxed. But inside, you're holding back. You want to share something personal, a thought, a feeling, maybe even a struggle. And yet, somehow, you stay quiet. Later, you replay the moment in your mind. You wonder why it's so hard to simply be open. Why is it easier to talk about movies, work, or random things than to talk about yourself? If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. And this isn't just a random habit. Psychology says there are deeper reasons behind it, reasons that often begin long before you even realize it. 1. You learn that being open can feel unsafe. For many people, emotional openness didn't always lead to comfort. Maybe you were ignored when you tried to express yourself. Maybe you were judged, interrupted, or told you were being too sensitive. Over time, your mind learned an important lesson. Keeping things inside feels safer. So even when you're around people who care about you, a part of you still stays guarded. Not because you don't trust them, but because your brain is trying to protect you from a pain it remembers. 2. You fear being misunderstood. Sometimes the hardest part isn't speaking, it's the thought that your words won't truly be understood. You may worry that people will oversimplify what you're feeling, or worse, interpret it in a way that doesn't reflect who you really are. And when your inner world feels complex, putting it into words can feel almost impossible. It's like trying to describe a color that only you can see. So instead, you say nothing. Because being misunderstood can feel lonelier than staying silent. 3. Your brain protects the identity you've built. We all carry a picture of who we are. Maybe you are the strong one, the funny one, the reliable one. And your brain naturally resists actions that don't match how you see yourself. This is called identity alignment. In simple terms, your mind likes consistency. If you've always seen yourself as independent, opening up may feel strange, even threatening, because vulnerability can seem like it clashes with the version of yourself you've worked hard to maintain. 4. You don't want to feel like a burden. Many people stay silent because they don't want to weigh others down. You may think, everyone already has enough to deal with. Why add my problems to theirs? This often comes from empathy, but sometimes it also comes from believing your feelings are less important. The truth is, healthy relationships aren't built only on shared laughter. They're also built on shared honesty. Letting others be there for you isn't a burden. It's part of human connection. 5. You haven't fully understood your own feelings yet. Sometimes you can't express yourself simply because you don't fully understand what you're feeling. And that's normal. Emotions aren't always clear. They can be layered, messy, and difficult to name. You might feel sadness mixed with anger, or loneliness hidden beneath frustration. When your inner experience feels unclear, explaining it to someone else can feel overwhelming. After all, it's hard to describe a place you've never fully explored yourself. 6. Vulnerability feels like losing control. Opening up means stepping into uncertainty. You can't control how someone will respond. They may understand, they may not. And that uncertainty can feel deeply uncomfortable, especially if you've learned to rely on control to feel safe. Keeping your feelings private can create a sense of order, a sense of protection. But real connection often begins where control ends, not in perfection, but in honesty. Conclusion. If expressing yourself feels difficult, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It often means your mind has been doing what it was designed to do, protect you. From rejection, from misunderstanding, from emotional risk. But protection can sometimes become a prison, and the first step toward change is understanding why the walls are there. When you understand the reason behind your silence, you can begin to meet yourself with more compassion. And slowly, in the right spaces with the right people, you can learn that being seen is not something to fear. It's something we all need. Which of these do you relate to the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to think deeper and question more. See you in the next one.